that Jesus actually gives us the guideline of how us as Christians can go to heaven. And when I first read this verse, I'm not going to lie to you, I almost crapped myself because I thought, well, according to this, it's impossible. It is impossible to go to heaven. Look what Jesus says. For I tell you that unless your righteousness surpasses that of the Pharisees and the teachers of the law, you will certainly not enter the kingdom of heaven. Hold on. The Pharisees, the ones that knew the Bible by freaking memory, the ones that lived out his code to the T. If my righteousness doesn't surpass their righteousness, I cannot enter the kingdom of heaven. We're cooked. We're cooked. Or so that's what you think. But what does righteousness actually mean? What does it mean? Back in Genesis, God tells Abraham, you believed me, therefore I accredit to you righteousness. Righteousness isn't the things that you do. Yes, you mess up. Yes, you fall into sin. Yes, you fall into addiction. Yes, you try and read the Bible more. Yes, you try and pray more. But guess what? That is not righteousness. You want to know how I know? Because Jesus goes on to say, if you think that murdering is wrong, guess what? Even if you're mad at your brother, you're a murderer. And he goes through a list of all the things. He says, anyone who says, fool, you're in danger of the fire of hell. You've never called somebody stupid? Well, you're in danger of the fire of hell. You want to know why Jesus does this? He tells us this so that we can know that there's nothing that we can do. You want to know how I know? Because Jesus says, I have not come to abolish the law, but to fulfill it for you. Because you've called other people stupid. You've looked at a girl with lust and you've committed adultery in your heart. But we're all in danger of hell. But no, it's righteousness is believing Jesus. How do I know? Because Jesus says, you want to know what the will of the Father is? To believe in the one that he sent. To believe in the one that he sent, who is Jesus Christ. That is the will that God has for you. But Danny, that means I can do whatever I want? No, because if you genuinely believe that God fulfilled all of this for you and said, no, you deserve the cross, but I'm going to take it. That is a transformation that changes your soul, it changes everything. In fact, it makes you a new creation. And if you are no longer a new creation after professing that you believe in Jesus, maybe you didn't believe it to begin with, which is why Jesus says there's many that will come to me and will say, Father, but I preached in your name and I casted out demons in your name. And Jesus says, I never knew you. Never. It's not that I knew you and then I didn't know you. It's that I never knew you.